You're listening to the BOTB Football Show with TJ Weber.
Let me tell you something. I'm on fire. You better listen to me. If you want to win this week, listen to TJ Weber.
Zach Zook.
I think that they're going to come out and just absolutely shit rail the Eagles.
Big Web.
Where's the beer?
And Nick Yale.
God, that was huge.
And welcome in, everybody, to week one.
Oh, good to be here, TJ.
my
Good to
God.
be here, Big
Wow.
Web. Oh, man, how are you, man?
Hey, there he is. How
there
are
he
you, buddy?
is. Where's Zook at?
Zook is he's on the road. He's at an NFL game. He told me that about 2 days before the show aired. So we've had this date set for about 2
good
months.
show prep.
Nice.
Thanks, Zook. Thanks for that. Well, he's out of Kyler Murray's first game, though. Watching your boy T.J. Hockenson.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Lions are a heavy favorite today. I just
You got
don't-
them as your early Super Bowl pick?
They're up there. They're up there. They got a good shot. Let's just say they got a shot like every other team in the NFL right now.
That's
So
true.
that's what the deal is. So
He's out there in Sunland out there in Phoenix, right? Is that where they're at?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
Phoenix.
Arizona. That's correct. That's exactly what
But
it is.
you don't want to be tailgating out there when they slide that whole turf field out towards your car. Just get that out of the way. You're going to get run over.
Guys, welcome in Cafe Telegraph. NFL Week 1. We are live from Cafe T, 2650 Telegraph Road, and a fantastic sponsor. Me and Dad have been coming here for quite some time.
Oh, yeah, quite well. I remember bringing you and your buddies over here as freshmen in high school, and I said, I'll buy you guys dinner. Oh, my God. They plate after plate of chicken and wings, and I was like, wow.
Oh, the wings are delicious.
Yeah.
They're wonderful.
We were
here
here at the fantasy draft the other night.
Yes.
And I had the wings, and man, those were tasty.
Yeah, they got the smoked par fried wings here.
That was TJ's to go to.
Smoked par fried, man. That's it.
Absolutely, and then they've got a lot of great smoked meats here at Cafe Telegraph, and then they've expanded here in the front, guys. That's where they got us today. This room is beautiful. It's been in place. We're going to have to ask how long, but what do you think, T? A year and a half?
Yeah, I'd say it's been here for a bit, and they're obviously going to keep expanding too. I think they just knocked out the house back there actually with permission. I mean, they bought the house, knocked the house
they just
down.
went in there,
They
took
just
it
said,
out.
"Now we're taking it out, man.
See
It's
ya."
ours now." They
Yeah.
took it, knocked it down, making a full wraparound parking lot now. It's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, we're here live on Facebook as well, so tune in on the comments. Leave your comments down below, and we will get them read on the show. Any questions you have, fantasy football advice for ourselves, because we're definitely going to need it. Our fantasy football teams look like shit, so get involved.
Speak
on
for
Facebook.
yourself, dog.
I mean, mine's good, but your guys' were not great. So
All right.
get involved on Facebook.
The year hasn't started yet, man.
Follow us on Twitter at Balcony Brews Pod, Instagram, and YouTube as well, and it'll be a good show.
Yeah, and shout out to our other great sponsors, obviously K. Roberts from Remax Gold and Family Finance Mortgage. Dad, you know a lot about them, don't you?
Absolutely. Sarah Barron over there at Family Finance. She does a great job. Check her out, 314-537-1282. Sarah Barron, Family Finance Mortgage. We're going to have a lot more on them next week when we start getting more details on what they're doing lately as far as their financing and mortgage and stuff like that goes. But check them out, Family Finance Mortgage, Sarah Barron, 314-537-1282.
Shout out to Family Finance Mortgage, K. Roberts from Remax Gold, and STL Distillery as well.
Ooh, that's some good vodka.
Over there in St. Charles, I tell you what, they have a new vodka, guys. It's called Brew Vodka, BRU, and it's made out of craft beer.
I mean, it fits right.
It's wild.
It fits with Brews in the Balcony. I mean,
It is
we
perfect.
sometimes drink beer on this show, and
Yes.
now we can drink vodka brewed from craft beer.
Correct.
We've tried it. It's delicious.
It's very good, very
And
smooth as
affordable.
well.
It's
It's very
affordable, too.
yeah, $19.99 if you go over there right now. And if you go over to STL Distillery and you mention that you heard about them on Brews on the Balcony, then you get a free tour and tasting.
Are you just giving that away?
We got to get them down here.
basically.
I want to get them down here on a
They're gonna-
Sunday
they're-
morning. I will do a shot on air just to
Ooh,
check it out.
All right, deal.
Get the
I'll
day
do, I'll
started.
do one if Big Web does
All
one.
right, there you go. I know Zook's always in.
Zook-
Something
Yeah, you
like
can do
that.
body
Always.
shot off somebody.
None
Yeah,
of that.
get a nice last
None
coming
of
in there.
that,
We'll
man.
do body shots.
No
off
body
Zook.
shot?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
body
off
shots off
Zook.
Zook.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm out on that one. Speaking of Zook, he'll join us. We mentioned from Arizona. He's down there for Lions against Cardinals. He'll join us for the picks later on in this show. So let's go ahead and give you a little rundown of what this show is going to be. Here at Cafe T, obviously, people coming in, having a good time. We'll be hanging out here all day as well, watching football. So come on down, 2650 Telegraph Road. And, I mean, we got some picks coming on. We got fantasy advice. Like Nick said, we need as much as we can. We'll have storylines. We'll give you the pick standings, our top picks of the week, Big Web's best bet of the week, and should be a good time.
Absolutely. T-Web, just I don't know if I threw out the number for K. Roberts. I just want to back up on the sponsors real quick here.
All right.
K. Roberts from Remax. It's probably not radio one-on-one, but what the hell? K.
It's
Roberts
Bruce
from
Balcony
Remax. Go hold 314-409-4113. K. Roberts, she's a agent for a lot of good people, and she's a great person to find or work your mortgage with. K. Roberts is top of the line. She's a hard worker. She's reading a contract up for me right now on a Sunday morning, taking her time to get stuff going. So give her a call. K. Roberts, Remax Gold, 314-409-4113. Sorry.
So a reminder, on this show, when we pick, obviously, we're going to pick 4 top games of the week. We're also going to pick the toilet bowl game of the week, which we believe is the worst game, and it could be fun for bettors because there's not a lot of money put on those games. Also, we have our locks of the week, which we'll have, and our best dogs of the week.
I'll be undefeated in my locks as
Nick,
usual.
was 0-1 last year.
I was 1-0. I was 1-0.
Oh, there you
0-1
go.
last year.
Boy.
Why are you spreading falsehoods?
Look at
TJ?
that volume right there.
Oh
1-0.
my gosh!
I mean, that's
Get the
fantastic.
fuck outta
I mean,
here.
obviously, you're an expert by picking 1-0. Congratulations on everybody in America doing that last year. Okay, nothing to say. Good to see
did
you.
well. No, that's all I have to say. 1-0.
Okay.
I'm standing by it. I don't need to expand.
I doubt that you'll do that this year. I mean, the percentage. I really
Probably not
doubt.
100%. If you do, you should quit and go to Vegas right now.
Yes.
That's what you should
I'll
do.
go with you.
True.
If you go 10-0, I'll follow you to Vegas right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Let's
Deal.
do it.
Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
So we have that. We have all the picks against the spread, and then obviously before we get to storylines, we want to introduce this little thing we like to call the King's Crown.
No, just
so
give it
I'm,
to me.
I'm going to
Just
take
give
it because
it-
I won
just give it
last
to me.
year.
Just
Nah,
give it to
don't
me.
break it now. It's $6 on Amazon. A lot of money. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on because
Why?
again, I'm
Why
the
would
king
you-
of last year of the pick'em.
All right, we'll let you have that.
Last year, me and Big Web and Zook got a chance to pick against the spread. I obviously won. You know, I'm the expert. I know what I'm doing. And so the winner of each week, when we pick 7 games of the panel, will get to wear the King's crown. And I didn't have time to download the trumpet
it
from
doesn't
the
fit.
King's court.
Oh yeah, that's the bruise on the balcony difference right
Yeah,
there.
Nick's big ass head doesn't even fit it. Look at this thing. He can't even put it on right.
Yeah, we're going to have to shape it to my head because I feel like I'm going to be the man.
It definitely does not work. I have to I have to unhinge it. I have to unhinge it.
Well, we'll get some duct tape and maybe some tire rubber from your tire. on
God, you
there.
broke the damn thing. What the hell? Anyway, so we'll have that going on each week for the best picker of the panel. Get to wear the King's crown. We're also going to have the dumbass bag that you put over your head. So if you're the worst
dumbass
picker,
bag.
you got to put a paper bag
That's
over
what
your head.
TJ's gonna be wearing
while you do the
every
picks.
week.
We don't have it this week because it's first week, obviously.
So
But you don't want to be the last one.
there was still one game. Is anybody 0-1? I'm pretty sure I am.
Oh yeah, I guess there was. Yeah, I'm 1-0.
I'm 0-1. But
It-
that's not enough for a bag. You got to be,
No, it's
worse than that.
oh, well, you can get involved in BOTB Fantasy Football Pick'em, or not Fantasy Football, BOTB Football Pick'em, the CBS Sports. I think the link is up on our Twitter. Still a little bit of time before the games start for Week 1 of kickoff. Jump in there.
You can send us an email too.
Yeah, we'll send you the link.
BruceOnTheBalcony@gmail.com. Just send us your email. We can get you in the pick'em. Again, it's free. We're giving out Cafe Telegraph $100 gift certificate at the end of the year to the number one picker. Giving away free BOTB merch as well. I mean, even if you don't know football, just get out there.
Throw it out there.
And,
Get out
just,
there.
and just throw
NFL
something in there
jersey?
every week.
Everything's against the spread, right? So
Yes.
I mean, it's like
It's slick
not
jersey like
easy.
this.
Nobody's perfect, but give it a try.
Yeah, all our picks are against the spread. We do need to let them know that it's not we're not picking money line here. It's
Correct.
all against the spread.
Correct.
So even if Baltimore wins today, but they only win by 3, then I still lose that game.
Yeah, exactly. So it gets a spread. It makes it a little bit more interesting, a little tougher to pick. So you can't take like Patriots against
Explain
the Bengals
what
and
against
stuff.
the spread means for
So-
those that may not understand that.
So basically, against the spread, let's say the Patriots play against the Bengals. Obviously, the Patriots a better team by most standards, you'd think.
then the Bengals? No, I don't think so.
Okay, but the Bengals would probably be getting points because in a regular game you'd expect the Patriots to beat the Bengals. So in this instance, they give points over to the Bengals for a chance to bet on the game to basically even out the score. And the other side, though, for the Patriots, they give them minus points. So if they're if they think that the Patriots are going to beat the Bengals by 10, they might make them a 9.5-point favorite, which means when the game starts, it's Patriots minus 9.5, and that can happen from time to time.
Wait a minute. You can.
It's a history lesson
There's
here.
spreads in this game.
Yeah.
Where you been?
You mean what do? You bet money or something?
Sure.
If you like,
You can bet jelly beans.
You can
all
bet-
you
you can
want
bet
to, but,
donuts.
I mean, I don't know
Is
about
that
that.
right?
Yeah.
This is like
you can bet whatever you want.
taking candy from a baby.
Yeah. You can bet the title of your new house.
If you
Not
say
yet.
so.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Again, you're always welcome to get involved in the broadcast. You can tune in on Facebook. Brews on the Balcony on Facebook. You can search us at Balcony Brews Pod is where you can find us as well. And again, we're working with the stream. Obviously, some kinks if we go in and out. We apologize. We're still working on everything with that. But obviously, it's been running pretty well. We appreciate everybody joining in week in and week out. It's going to be a lot of fun here from Cafe Telegraph. Guys, let's get into some storylines. So,
Let's,
I mean, you can't go with storylines until you mention Antonio Brown.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got to be the first one.
This is ridiculous. Let's give a recap, TJ. What happened with Antonio Brown for people that have not been following this?
You hear about the helmet saga he had. First gets
Right.
to Oakland, says he's not happy with the helmet situation where he's with on that. He obviously thinks that he deserves a certain type of helmet. He can't play without it. Obviously can't find any other helmet that could possibly help out. And then he bitches about that. Then he goes after the GM, Mike Mayock. Then he asks for a release. After he goes after his GM, he gets fined. They say he's going to get fined. He hasn't yet. And then finally, Gruden comes out and says he's playing on Monday. So we hear he's getting released. We hear he's playing on Monday. We hear all this different type of crap.
Can't make up their mind.
Can't make up their mind. Then he comes back, posts a video on Instagram with a recorded phone call from John Gruden. Pretty sure it's illegal.
Yep, that's a two-party state there in California.
Had that on there. Then Gruden said he was okay with it. Then he asks for a release after the actual fine came through, and he gets released, and he signs with the Patriots about 2 hours later. So there we are. The Antonio Brown saga.
I just don't understand how. I mean, there's got to be some sort of tampering because basically he just bitched and moaned until he got released from the Raiders
to the best team in the NFL.
and then
Nick,
he goes to the best team in the NFL.
I'm telling you, I don't think it's that. I think he's kooky enough.
think he-
Sorry, Antonio, but listen in, man. I'll tell you right now, you're kooky enough to throw around, to just be that big of a prima donna to make all this happen, man.
It was planned. Like, that had to be planned. I mean, you saw the video that he posted on Instagram. Did you watch that at all?
Yes.
And, I mean, that thing was well-produced production. I mean, that thing, it wasn't just like he's going on Instagram at night and complaining. That thing was planned out.
Okay, but all it takes is, one word means everything,
Right,
hashtag release me. I mean, after they hug, apologize, everything's good now on Friday for whatever's up for grabs money-wise, $30 million if he steps foot on the field Monday night. And this guy just keep more and more just craziness. And he comes out and says, release me the very next day
Right.
after everything's solved, after Gruden gives him a whole nother life.
Yep.
He says, all right, that's it. Release me still. Come on, man. There's something off there with this guy.
I mean,
I don't know that all that could have been
Well,
planned and happened all that way.
I tell you what, Bill Belichick's not going to stand for that stuff when he goes up there to New England. If he wants to go in there and actually make a difference in play, he's going to have to clean up his act. But how funny would it be if he goes in there and he's just a model citizen though for New England? And I mean,
he did it with Moss.
Yeah.
Randy Moss. So he could do it. I mean, he's good with the kooks. I don't mean to use that word, but here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Brews on the Balcony. I'm calling these guys kooks. They come in, they forget about. I mean, they're great football players,
Right.
Great football players on the field, but you gotta be. You're representing the organization too off the field.
we'll credit Mike Tomlin too for being able to manage Antonio Brown's personality
that time.
and Le'Veon Bell's personality. I saw somebody tweet out over there on Twitter and say, Mike Tomlin should be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for keeping those two in line because you never heard any of Antonio Brown's drama. I mean, he's a top wide receiver in the league, very talented player.
Yeah.
But off the field issues, I mean, oftentimes as it does with anybody and anything, but like sports, definitely that you see off the field issues with these players, those kind of take over and fall into the on the field actions.
Right. And how many times in the last 3 or 4 years did we think Tomlin was the issue? We thought Tomlin was not a good coach.
They
He was
were
not
sure.
a good manager of people because we thought it was all chaotic because of him.
Yeah.
We're learning it's not him.
Oh, Steelers fans are loving this. I mean, they absolutely love that Brown's going off the chain, man. It's unbelievable. If you think about the way he's been going through, a great player, obviously, but then just the way he has been acting and just it's kind of weird and petty. You know what I mean? It's just very odd to see the way he's going through all this crap. So I don't know, man. It's just very, very weird to see the whole saga he's had. I mean, it's very weird. So Antonio Brown. We'll see how that goes with the Patriots. Dad, something you wanted to talk about: the pass interference rule change. So obviously that was a big story going on in the offseason. What are some things that you wanted to bring up about that?
Well, it was absolutely started from the Saints-Rams game last year, where that was so blatant, and it was such a huge decision to see who was going to go into the playoffs and move on or to the next level. And I think the reason they put it in was just for blatant calls. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for the ticky-tack foul. It's for the blatant, okay, let's take a look at this thing. Either coach can throw it. Should it have been pass interference or was it pass interference? They can throw it, or the league can look at it too. So we'll see how it goes. I hope it doesn't slow the game down a ton, but at least when we as fans look at the game and say, oh my God, that guy got smashed. No call? What do you mean, no call? That's probably going to get called. What could happen, though, is if they let it slide into the ticky-tacks, now we're going to have an issue.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing. Every play in the NFL is there's a blatant penalty on it. There's holding on every single play. And so the pass interference calls, I mean, yes, they have to get better. And to me, that one in the New Orleans game last year was just brutal. You can't have you can't have that big of a game and have that big of a call like that determine the outcome of a team going to the Super Bowl. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Everybody, including Rams fans, knew exactly what happened on that play in the NFC Championship. I mean, it was the most blatant pass interference call you've ever seen.
Right. And it was missed on the field.
Yeah, I mean, the guy could have been called for assault. He hit him so hard. I mean, I'm just like, it was honestly the most mind-boggling non-call I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
It was wild to me. And I can't imagine bettors that were on the Saints in that situation.
Oh, my God.
Saints are marching down the field and just need a field goal to go and win, and when that happens, it's like, holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it needs to be there. How the league adapts it is going to be the question. What
do you think the league is going to do? Do you think the league's going to?
It's up to it's whoever telling these refs. It's almost like a strike zone in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Who's ever going to tell you? Okay, here's
about that.
Here's our parameters. Let's not go past this and let all these ticky-tack pass interference goes, because you guys know the difference between college and pro pass interference is a lot of yards, man.
Oh, yeah.
15 yards in college and the whole damn field in the pros.
It's the spot foul in the NFL, right?
Right, exactly. So, no, it's a big deal, and I don't believe it's going to slow the games down, but they need to use it when needed and stay away from it when not. And we're always in front of the TV screaming. When it's going your way, it's a great thing. When it's not, it's the worst thing in the world.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we'd be talking about, no, I don't see a problem with that. If you had money on the Rams or something, like, it's just very clean.
I don't think it's ever gone my way. It never does.
No,
whether I'm gambling, whether it's my team, it's always going against me.
It was not only the fact that it changed the betting style of it because of the Saints and the fact that they would have won the game and covered the spread, but also the fact that the freaking Rams, of all people, were the ones to win and go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? If it's anybody else, I'd get over it in a minute.
It was the St. Louis fans' worst nightmare in that Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
That added a little more to it, absolutely.
Always does.
Mm-hmm.
So, pass interference call. I like that they're reviewing it now. I think that's, or get a chance to review it if you challenge it. I mean, it makes more sense.
Right.
So it's on the
it just
coaches to do that.
Should have been a reviewable play.
I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, I kind of dig it though. Honestly, I think that's a good change for the NFL season. I think it's going to be good for especially calls like that in big games.
Absolutely.
So last one I have is, man, the player changes that happened this year with the different teams and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you talk about, I just got a couple here, but Odell going to Cleveland, Lev Bell going to the Jets, Antonio Brown, Oakland, and New England before the season started. I mean, there's been a ton of changes. I wonder why that is, and I think it's going to make the season more fun because it's more unpredictable, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it makes the whole – the teams you're betting on, the teams you're picking for in fantasy, the teams you're doing in your BOTB football pick'em, it changes. I mean, you look at at Cleveland where they were 2 years ago, and, they were a nobody, and then last year they get Baker, and they make some surprises. But then in the offseason you add Odell and Jarvis Landry to an already good offense with Baker, and then their defense is pretty solid too. And I mean, I know a lot of people are picking Cleveland to be in the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship game.
Well, absolutely. On paper,
that's what exactly.
Yeah. They've loaded up, and not only has the skill players been brought in, but also you notice they've added some line help. They've got guys coming in that want to be on this ball club because of all the hip hop going on about it. It's really it's happening up there. The hype's happening. I'm buying into it so far. We'll see what happens, see how they play. But, no, Cleveland is a real solid contender. Super Bowl, I think you need to gel a little bit first, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
That's why there's always going to be a team later on, even after after all the player additions and switches and changes. There's going to be a team that gels the best and has great chemistry
Exactly.
on the field, and that's really the teams you see make it far in a deep playoff run, not necessarily the ones that make a small switch. I'm interested to see though how Le'Veon Bell plays in New York with the Jets. I know that offensive line isn't the greatest, and so with Sam Darnold in his second year there, it's going to be interesting to see how much they use him in the run game versus how much they use their pass attack offense, because they're getting Quincy Enunwa back, and they have Robbie Anderson, and they showed flashes last year, the Jets did, of having some good offense. But I'm interested to see how Le'Veon Bell does.
I think you're onto something there, because I predicted earlier in the spring when that move was announced or whatever that, oh my gosh, this guy, his running style is stand straight up, take a look, and then go. Well, that's fantastic when you got a huge solid offensive line. But Coach Quaz from my team, Weber, you better hit that hole as hard as you can. There was no dancing before the line of scrimmage, and that's what this guy does. And this is a soft offensive line, so I think we're going to see a little bit of a slow start.
See, that was Mizzou's problem too. They're running east-west instead of north-south.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, with Bell too, you see the offensive line he had, and he's in Pittsburgh. I mean, something tells me that it may be tough for him in New York to do the same thing. And the other thing too, you think about it with Antonio Brown there and Juju Smith-Schuster for the last couple of years, you basically had a passing offense that the defense also worried about, so that opened up the run game. Who's Sam Darnold? I mean, like, he's no Ben Roethlisberger yet. It's like, all they know is that they're going to run
fantasy? He's not your starting quarterback?
No, he's not. No.
That's tough.
I would say no.
You're right. The corner's going to pinch up. The linebacker's going to pinch up, playing the run. It's going to be difficult for him up there, and I bet you, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm telling you, it's going to be ugly, I think.
So yeah, a lot of different changes. It'll be fun. I think we kind of put out the main ones there. I think Cleveland especially is the team to watch with Odell and Jarvis Landry. And Nick Chubb getting a chance to start. Kareem Hunt coming after week 8. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
They have some offensive weapons there.
Absolutely, but non-skill position wise, Kansas City is blown up their defense, man. It's gone. Houston's gone. D Ford's gone. Barry is AWOL. I mean, he's basically out of the league. I mean, Kansas City's defense is ugly, and there's, those aren't. I mean, those are flash guys, but nobody talks about the linemen too much because they're worried about the skill players. But Kansas City, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that ball club. I tell you, from a betting standpoint,
yeah, I know
the defense blowing up. If they don't put it together on the defensive side of the ball and what they can do on offense, I know they got line questions. Okay, they got line questions this year, but if they can have somewhat of an offensive line with the power they have on offense and their skill positions, look out for the overs on that.
Oh yeah, Well, that's the thing. I mean, they also have now a running back kind of issue going on. Or I'd say issue. It's actually good for the team, but for fantasy wise, Damian Williams is supposed to be your starter, and now you got LaShawn McCoy coming over there, and it's going to change things up for Damian Williams owners. And I also think it's just going to crowd the backfield. I don't think they really need or necessarily want to have McCoy there.
I'm interested to see what Kansas City does with that backfield, because they got a few guys there, and it seems, I mean, obviously they're a pass attack team first, so I'm definitely interested to see from a fantasy aspect really how that affects it.
I think they might. I don't know how good Williams is at catching the ball, but I think they might take Shady and make him into
make him like a Duke Johnson,
or like more like James White or whatever from New England, like a pass catching back to do the Marshall Faulk thing. You got so many weapons. Slide out to the outside and catch one in the flat and use your skills.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's going to be a fun season to see all the changes and everything. So we'll keep you up to date on the Antonio Brown saga. Maybe he pisses the Patriots off too. We'll see.
You never know.
It's a one-year deal, $15 million, and he's probably going to win a Super Bowl. So good for him.
I hate the Patriots so much. You hate teams like that just win constantly. It's ridiculous.
If you guys want to get involved, you're always welcome on the comments here on Facebook Live, or you can always call us, 314-877-8597 on the voicemail inbox number, or you can text us as well. Guys, let's move into some fantasy football talk, and also let's give you kind of the update we'll have. So I'll show you a little screen we're going to have. If you join the BOTB NFL Pick'em, which, by the way, it is free to join, you can email us, bruiseonthebalcony@gmail.com. If you have not joined yet, But basically, we'll have a chance to kind of show you who's in the lead
Oh,
every
man,
single
look at that.
week.
Look
And
at that.
obviously, nobody yet. This is from
slick.
last season.
That's hashtag slick.
Actually,
TJ.
not even last season. It's preseason with nobody picking yet. So you can see that we'll have all the picks ready
You'll
to
see
rock. and it should be
you'll
fun.
see my name at the top of the list on a pretty consistent basis there.
Sure, you're right.
Number one,
Sure we will.
baby.
Sure, that's
I'm
where you'll
wearing
be.
the crown nonstop.
So
It doesn't
again,
fit. It doesn't fit.
it
It's not even
really
close to
doesn't.
it.
It doesn't. I gotta just wear it. It's a good look, though.
I tell you
go
what,
back,
though.
Go back so I can look at myself.
Let's see. Nick Tolley comes in. He says, if the Pats win in Miami next week, they will go undefeated. Wow, that's yikes. I don't know about
If
that.
the Pats
man.
win next week, they'll go undefeated. Who are they playing next week?
They said if they win in Miami next week, they
TJ
will
took
go
away my
undefeated.
internet, so I can't look it up.
Trying to let the stream happen, bro. I'm not even trying to hide anything here.
He's not. Sorry for freezing it all. You know, it's
a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. It's week one. It's week one.
It works.
It's raining outside. It's week one, but we're happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having fun.
So I don't know about them going undefeated, but
I
that's
don't think
what Nick
so.
Tolley says.
I don't think so.
Nobody's
Do you
going
think-
undefeated.
No,
This is the
no.
NFL.
When's the last time a team went undefeated?
Ever? That would be the Pats.
Does that include the
No.
regular season or the playoffs too, or
The 72 Dolphins did, but the Patriots did since.
Did they? I thought
they were
made-
undefeated in the regular season? They
Well,
lost
that's what
to
I'm
the
saying.
Giants.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry,
saying,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying
All the way
regular
through.
season all the way through. Yeah, because they lost to the Giants.
That would be the 72 Dolphins.
That's
Are
correct.
they the only
All right.
team? Or did the Bills do it once?
No, the Bills. I don't know if the Bills were undefeated or not. That's
They
a dead
probably
question.
went, just like in those years, they probably went all the way down to the wire, and Christie missed another field goal. They,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Boys, top fantasy pickups of the week. I know it's week
I
one.
got it for you.
What do you got,
I got
Nick?
it for
What do
you.
you got?
Okay, so if you're in doesn't matter if you're in a 10-team league, doesn't matter if you're in a 12-team league, the guy you need on your roster, Oakland Raiders, Darren Waller at tight end. A lot of people had Jordan Reed. He was a middle-of-the-road tight end, but he's out, concussed, like 7th concussion. Tight end depth, not great. I mean, tight end's always a position of need that you're going to find. Like, you have Travis Kelce, you have George Kittle, you have a couple other guys in there, Zach Ertz. But the guy you want is Darren Waller. Pick him up. Probably available on your fantasy waiver wire right now. Only, I think, in being rostered in 26% of teams right now.
Nice.
Throughout fantasy football. So grab Darren Waller. He's a big tight end. He's good. He hasn't played a whole lot because he's had some off the field issues that have gotten him suspended in the past couple of years. So, but he's athletic. He does not have a concussion, which is good. I mean, typically for football players. So he is a go. He is playing. Darren Waller, pick him up. He's probably going to be on your waiver wire. He won't be there next week. So, especially with Antonio Brown leaving, that's more targets for Derek Carr, and that's the guy you're going to want.
I'm going to stay with the Raiders. I'm going to go Tyrell Williams. A lot of people should have him already, but there's a lot of leagues I know that just didn't kind of just go with him because I knew that they thought, oh, he's a third-string wide receiver for the Chargers last year. Like, it's no big deal.
Right.
Well, now that Brown's gone, he's basically the guy.
Yeah.
And as scary as that is for Oakland now that he's the guy, he's going to get a lot of options, and Carr's still a decent quarterback. He's going to find his guys still. And besides the tight end game, I think that Williams is going to have a big step up. Matthew Berry actually put him in now a must-play this week since Antonio Brown's release.
Yeah.
So, Tyrell Williams, that's what I think.
Gentlemen, when we talk fantasy, we talk offensive, solid players against the weakest defense going.
Correct.
I like Philadelphia players this week against that Washington defense.
Okay.
And I think the players I like, and this is a long shot city, but a long shot helps out in fantasy for
It
sure.
does.
Give me Deshaun Jackson
All right.
Okay.
this week. And,
Okay.
and if you want to throw in Aguilar, they're going to have some movement. Carson's going to have a good day today.
I'm also interested to see what Chris Godwin can do from Tampa Bay. I know Mike Evans is down there, and they got O.J. Howard tight end. So
Yeah.
they got a couple guys, but Chris Godwin's a target that had a good season last year and maybe have a little bit of a more breakout season this year. So if Chris Godwin's on your waiver wire, probably rostered in most leagues right now. I think he's rostered in 95% of leagues. But if you have him, good. If you can trade for him early on in the season before he has a good season, I definitely think you should make that move. Playing San Francisco, they are at home. I don't know what the weather situation is like down there with the hurricane, but
It's
Chris
fine.
Godwin
That side of the state's fine.
that
over
side
there.
of the state's fine.
And it's supposed to be hot, but I did hear about a little flu bug going through Tampa's locker room.
Is that right?
Yeah, definitely
Flu bug.
Evans has it. and 2 other big
I knew
linemen.
Evans was out.
2
I didn't know
linemen.
what the
Evans is out.
Yeah, that's what they said. Or
Oh.
he's questionable. I thought he was going to be
Oh,
out.
I got to make a roster change here then.
So
I
my-
got 58 minutes.
My sources in Tampa, Florida, told me that.
What are your force? Yeah, okay. You got the hashtag sources down.
Oh my God, I got
do,
him.
do you have
We don't mess
Stanley-
around
is
here.
Stanley your source?
Stanley is one of my sources. Yeah. Well,
Wait.
actually, I asked him to call in today, and I don't know. He's not answered the phone. It means he was up late last
Did he
night.
send
that's
in,
tough.
or did he going to be at a game this week? Do we know? Stanley?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what town he's in. I really don't know. You never know.
I mean,
with that,
we
man.
have Zook in at the Phoenix Detroit game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we have Stanley at another game that he can give a report. Maybe like a 3:00 game. So we probably won't hear about it until next week's show.
Let me tell you something. Stanley doesn't do anything till 3:00.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It might even be this Sunday night. Maybe we can get him for Monday night. Ooh, we could do that.
I'll
we can
talk
do
to
that.
him. I'll talk to
We
him.
could have. I expect a Monday football report will be coming for Brews on the Balcony, which you can listen to Mondays and Fridays on our regular feed.
By the way, he was concerned about his contract. He said something about
With Brews on the Balcony?
Yeah, he said there was.
What?
He said it was like a lot of high dollars he was bringing up, and I go, "What are you talking about, Stanley? I don't even know."
That he was like committing.
No, he said you guys committed major money to him.
Oh,
we
really?
Committed
Yeah.
high dollars.
Yeah.
Zach Zook going to get on the line. See if he answers here
Oh.
from Arizona. Very busy guy, insider
know.
over there. Hello, Mr. Zook. How are you?
Zach
How are
Zook,
you?
you're on the air. What's up, buddy?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear
hello,
us?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
You got
All right,
good
great
radio.
start. We'll call you back, Zook.
All right,
so
Zook,
there
we'll
you go.
call you
That's Zook
back.
from pretty good report from Arizona.
Good.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Good report.
All right, so again, guys, 2650 Telegraph Road. We're here at Cafe Telegraph. Again, the best smoked meats in town. And we talked about my favorite thing, those smoked par-fried wings. You get sweet Asian chili sauce on the side. And you get the wings naked, though. That's the way you do it.
That's the way we
naked
like
wings
it.
and
Yeah.
Naked
sauce on the
wings,
side.
sauce on the side.
And then you know what? You got it there. I mean, that's the way you do it. So
But everything in here, sides and cold beer
man,
and Bloody
dude.
Marys, whatever you're fancy, these guys can take care of you. Black coffee's beautiful.
when they're
This morning.
black coffee, coldest water in town, coldest beer in town.
That's it. Nice place.
cold as
Love it.
water. I've never heard that for a
Yeah,
live read.
coldest water in town,
I'm
man.
sure
I
it
tell
is,
you
but
what.
Coldest water. All right. Let's see if we can get Mr. Zook back on the line. Zook, are you there, sir? Are you
Zook.
there?
I
Mayday,
can hear
Mayday.
you guys barely.
You can barely hear us. Fantastic.
You can hear us
Can you hear us at
barely.
all?
Yeah, it's a little better than last time.
Okay.
Good.
Good. How you doing in Arizona?
It's good, man. It's hot, but we're surviving. It's a dry heat out here. So.
Sure. Dry heat. So you got the Lions and the Cardinals out there today. I believe, I don't want to give too much away, but I think you'd like the Lions a lot. I know that. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I mean, the Arizona Cardinals defense is absolutely deplorable. It's one of the worst in the NFL. The Cardinals probably be the worst team in the NFC. They'll be picking right around, top 2 or 3 with the Dolphins, you would think. So I like the Lions to come in here and get a win. I mean, this is really, week 1, you don't have to win anything, but if the Lions aren't able to come in and get a win here in Phoenix, that's gonna not bode very well for them moving forward. They have a veteran quarterback in Matt Stafford. They're going up against a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback, both making their NFL debuts. Because remember, Cliff Kingsbury has no coaching history in the NFL, came over from Texas Tech after about a 2-week vacation with USC in the offseason. So I think they're going to have their work cut out for them.
So, again, I kind of agree with you. Kyler Murray getting the start in Arizona today. I know, again, I don't want to be one of those guys that buys into preseason, but he really didn't show much. I was really down on him when they first drafted him. I think he's a good athlete, but NFL quarterback, his size, we've kind of seen the running quarterback in Johnny Manziel trying to do that. I think he's better and more poised than Manziel. It's probably a bad comparison, but I just don't see Murray being a fantastic franchise quarterback, I guess.
Especially since there's so many questions around the Arizona Cardinals. Last year they had a lot of holes. I don't know that things are solidified enough to have a brand new quarterback coming in there and rock from the get-go.
Right.
I think they did a good job on the draft this year. I think they're improving. Zook, let me know your opinion there, but I think they're improved for the future, but I don't know about currently.
Hello, Zook. Hello.
Come in.
What's up?
Zach, did you hear any of that, sir?
Perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? It's just as far as Arizona, and do you think they're going to do strongly right out of the chute, or is it going to be down the road a bit to let these draft choices gel and their new additions gel?
Honestly, Big Web, I think they're a dumpster fire. I don't know if the Kyler pick's going to work out. Cliff Kingsbury couldn't even make it work down in Texas Tech. So, and their GM got a DUI on the 4th of July a couple years back. I mean, I don't put much stock in the Cardinals, their management, their players. They have done an awful job drafting over the past couple of seasons. Kim Diche, who was a first-round draft pick, they just cut him in training camp earlier this year. Kyler Murray, I mean, to TJ's point, I think he's going to be a little bit better than, and TJ said this too, he's a better thrower of the football than Johnny Manziel, some of these running quarterbacks we've seen. He has an arm comparable to Baker, really. I mean, he showed an accuracy in college that I think will help him translate to the NFL, but can he mentally process the speed of the game? That's something he struggled with in preseason. I expect the Lions to send 5-6 guys. They'll blitz him heavy and heat him up and see if he can handle it, because he really struggled in the preseason.
Yeah, that's the question, is if Murray can handle the pressure. You know, we've seen him kind of struggle in college a bit, but then obviously have his Heisman season overall, and then he bounced back against Alabama at the end of the year. The question was, could he beat really good teams? And then he proved he could play against Alabama, which a lot of those defensive guys you see going to the NFL every single year in the draft. So I'm curious. Zook, if you had, I mean, I know it's kind of a trash bag game, honestly. I'm a Lions guy myself, but I'm expecting 6-10 this year. Hopefully this is one of our 6. But as far as fantasy-wise, I mean, do you have anybody that you throw into daily fantasy or your league this week?
Yeah, so my one fantasy guy, if I was you, and it's kind of tough going into week 1, but it's a kicker, and you can pick him up for the entire damn year, and I think he'll finish top 10. Matt Bryant with the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, here's an interesting fact, play 3 games outdoors the entire season.
Wow.
And 2 of them are going to be in Carolina and Tampa Bay. So I'm not sure off the top of my head where the third one was, but they got rid of that Giorgio Tavecchio guy. Wasn't very good after they put Bryant on the shelf with an injury. And that dude just toe bashes 55-yarders at like the age of 40. I love him. So if he's able to stay healthy and kick for 16 games, I think he's a guy that not many people drafted. I think I picked him up in our 10-team Bruise League. Mm-hmm. So I would take him. If you don't like your kicker, he's widely available and should be able to be had in most leagues. If you need just a DFS play, Vernon Davis with the Redskins isn't a bad choice. On the road, Case Keenum likes to check it down a lot, and he'll be the starter because of Jordan Reed's concussion, which I know Nick mentioned earlier.
What about today with Lions and Cardinals? Anybody out there?
As far as like widely available players, or just anybody that you love for DFS?
Just say who would you like? Who do you see going off? I mean, you like the Lions, so who do you see going off for the Lions? Do you think Stafford's going to have a big game, or do you think it's going to be Kerryon Johnson?
Yeah, I'd take a receiver. I'd take Marvin Jones or Kenny Golladay. I know they want to run first with Kerryon Johnson, but with the corner depth and the issues that the Cardinals have in the secondary, Stafford should be able to just carve them up through the air. I would take Golladay or Jones. It's kind of tough to predict which of the two will have a big day, because as we saw last year, it was kind of 50-50. Any given Sunday, one of the two could be really good and the other one would be really bad. But either of those guys should be a pretty safe bet.
Okay, well, there you go, Dad. That's Zook.
Now, just real quick, Zach, the saga, the Antonio Brown saga, you know, we've all seen the reports and everything that happened over the last 72 hours with this guy, all the ups and downs and everything, and then the Patriots picking him up at the end. Just your thoughts on that whole thing, the recent take on that.
Yeah, boys. So that yesterday morning when what did he get cut yesterday morning, right?
Yep.
Release me is what he said. Yes, sir.
Yes.
On Instagram, not privately, of course.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm saying he didn't do it privately like anybody else would. He did it on Instagram because that's where everybody has their problems figured out.
Yeah, so I sent as soon as he got traded, or cut rather, everybody, I'm in a group chat with a bunch of my buddies, and I sent a picture of just Bill Belichick on the phone. And then sure enough, that afternoon he gets signed to the Pats.
It was like 2 hours, wasn't it? Like 2 hours after he got released?
It was a couple hours. You're right, TJ. It really wasn't that long.
Unbelievable. And of all people, too, there were so many, like you said, memes and everything going on, and they basically had, what was it, on Twitter they had, like, Bill Belichick coming in with, like, the WWE, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin music, like, saying he's going to go get AB for a 7th-round pick, ends up getting him for no picks and just signing him for $15 million. So, hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
And what's interesting about that whole Antonio Brown thing? I mean, Bill Belichick just runs circles around everybody else in the league, so they're able to keep Antonio Brown happy because he was on that $30 million deal in Oakland, which paid him about $15 per season. So they gave him his $15, but the way they structured it, $9 million of it's a signing bonus.
Yeah.
So if he ends up getting cut or Bill, he doesn't pass the test off the field, they can get rid of him for not a really high cap hit, which is, the rich get richer. Bill Belichick, I wouldn't be surprised to see Antonio Brown have another 100-catch season at this point.
Just watch him go off and have his best year, piss everybody off, then go to the Patriots, and then just have his best year ever.
Oh, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I looked for the Patriots to go very, very strong starting next week. Absolutely. And Zach, one other thing we were talking about earlier, man, is that Tomlin looked like a chaotic coach the last few years because of all the drama going on over there. But we're quickly learning it really wasn't him. It was basically, Brown and Bell causing all the chaos. And when you got a guy that's that popular and that strong on the field, he can sway 52 guys, You agree?
Yeah. I had a little bit of trouble hearing you, Big Web. I don't know what's up with the mics or whatever, but I think what you're talking about is the locker room and the atmosphere that they created in Pittsburgh kind of maybe played a part in some of the off-field drama. And I think you're absolutely right. And I think you really saw the dysfunction in Oakland and how that really spun out of control fast because Steelers maybe a little bit more off-the-field drama and dysfunction in that locker room, but Oakland really has it. And so when you introduce Antonio Brown to that, it's not surprising to see what we've seen over the past couple
the
months.
Circus continues, right?
Yeah.
But hopefully Belichick can get a handle on that, and you'll see some good football.
If there's any guy that can tell him to knock it off, it's going to be – I thought it was Gruden, but it's going to be Bill Belichick. Belichick's going to give him a look, and Brown's going to shut down and be like, okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry I said anything. He doesn't even have to say a word. It's just Bill Belichick.
It's probably already been said. Here's $15 million, but hold on, I'm pulling the money back.
Yeah.
You got to do this correctly. Here are the rules. Here's your money. So, anyway.
Yeah. Zook, we've been talking about – we'll get to picks here soon, but I'm curious how Arizona's going for you, man. Did you party it up on Saturday, or what's going on?
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, it's beautiful out here. We were out at the pool yesterday. I got to listen to Michigan almost get beat by Army. It was great.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you about that.
It's amazing how good, the cold water feels, when it's 105 degrees out. I've never really experienced it quite like that. In Illinois or Missouri, it's hot out. You go to the pool. And it still feels refreshing.
It's like bath water.
But when you're in the water, when it's 110 outside, I swear to God, orgasmic.
Nice.
Good stuff. I've heard things about Arizona. I'm not a dry heat type of guy. I don't know. I don't love humidity either.
Well, it's better than the heat in Missouri because it's not just sucking the sweat out of you because it's so dry. 107 really just feels. It feels about the same.
Interesting.
The only thing I know about dry heat is in Vegas. When you come out of one casino, get back into another one because it's really dry.
15.
It was
I remember I dressed nice, so we were going to go to dinner or whatever last time we were there for my bachelor party last year.
Sick, you're married, dude.
And thanks, man. Appreciate it. And I had a nice pair of shorts and I had a nice shirt on. And this is 30 minutes before dinner. I'm like, oh, let's go sit by the pool. Sweat 5 minutes into me sitting out there. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And water is becoming the theme of this podcast right now. Zook is talking about the cold water out there. You're talking about Cafe Telegraph.
Cold water at Cafe T.
It's water. It's all about the water.
Cafe T has cold water. I like it.
Coldest water in town, man.
I don't want to go to a restaurant that doesn't have cold water, but there might be some.
They have a million other things going on in here. Let's talk about the water.
A lot of TVs, though. A lot of great TVs to watch all the games up here, man.
We got 13 screens, I believe. Is that right, Bill? 13 screens in this main part? Well, 43
40,
total.
43
13
throughout
in this
the
back
house.
only, yeah, but 43 total. I mean,
43 screens total.
and
That's
what I
a lot
like
of
about it
screens
too
for
is
football.
most of them are about the same size too. I mean, you can get a good view of the game every single spot
Everywhere.
back here in this back bar. 55-inch screen, 70-inch else as well, just all over the place.
All
I mean,
over the
fantastic
place.
stuff. So come on down, 2650 Telegraph Road. If you haven't come down here yet, come down here just for the food, but then the atmosphere is out of this world. We'll be here all day long
All
watching
day
football
long,
for
baby.
week
Ooh.
one. Boys, we'll get into the picks here momentarily. Zook, can you still hear us? Are you still there?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Another shout out to our sponsors, Cafe Tia, we mentioned, obviously, 2650 Telegraph Road. Come on down today. K. Roberts, Remax Gold, and Family Finance Mortgage. Dad, you know something about them, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Kay Roberts from Remax Gold, best realtor in the city. 314-409-4113. Sarah Barron, Family Finance Mortgage. 314-537-1282.
Speaking of Tom Brady, Patriots just walked in.
Jeez.
Here we go.
And
Again, Bruce on the
wearing
balcony
Bruce on the
shirt. Love to
balcony
see it.
shirt.
Sporting both,
You
man.
love
Shout out to
to
Shrek
see
coming in with the
that.
Bruce shirt.
You love to see that.
Got a good crew in here already, and everybody kind of getting ready. It's a little rainy, kind of muggy
Yeah,
day
come
out
on
there
out.
right now, but I
Wild
think
Bills open up the wagon door over there.
Open up the
man.
wagon door.
coming on in, man. It's
Come
good
on
stuff.
through.
Yeah, my
Good
tires
stuff.
were slipping a little bit when I was trying to get here, TJ.
Was it
I
really?
need to get some new tires.
How long? When's the last time you got new tires?
Ah,
That's an old car. You got to get a new car.
I need to get a new alignment.
You're at like
I need a new
220,000.
lot
Ladies and
of
gentlemen out
things.
there, we need a tire sponsor, so call
Yeah.
us in
Oh,
next
yeah,
week.
that
We'll
would be
get you on the
good.
air.
Man,
Yeah,
that'd
can you
be
give me
cool,
a
wouldn't it?
discount? I do need a new car. Can we get a car sponsor?
How long you had that car for?
Well, it was my grandparents' car. I've had
Oh,
since
really?
04.
It's been in the family.
It's been in the family since 03.
Can't get rid of it. It's a family tradition.
200,000 miles, man, going strong.
Man,
I'm
that's
gonna
crazy.
slap a pair of tires on that. That's giving me 100,000 more miles.
Just a pair.
Just a pair, not
Just two.
four. No,
Yeah,
I just need two
that's
in the
fine.
front because
Let's get two of those donuts on the other side.
yeah. No, I just need two in the front because my alignment's screwed up. So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that'll straighten out the alignment.
Yeah.
Change the tire shapes.
two new tires. Boom,
Oh, that'll be
you're
funny.
good to go.
Make sure I get that on video.
I'm gonna
too.
go. I'm gonna go like discount. Only get like one tire. Sorry, I can't afford the other ones.
All right, guys, it's time everybody's been waiting for. Let's get to the picks. So as we mentioned,
Where's the drum roll?
we're going to go ahead. I don't have a drum roll yet, man.
Why don't you have
That's week two. Week two, we get the drum
Week
roll.
2 we get drum rolls. Week 2 we get a table skirt.
Exactly
Week
right.
2 we get signage. We're working on signage too.
So we have 4 top games we're going to be picking. We also are going to have the underdog pick of the week, as we mentioned, the toilet bowl game of the week, and we will also have locks of the week. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to have Big Web's best bet of the week to finish this out.
Best bet of the week.
But let's start it out, gentlemen. We got the first game, Atlanta at Minnesota. The Vikings are minus 4 points. What do you guys got?
I am taking Atlanta here. Give me the +4 on Atlanta. I like their offense a lot. I have questions about Minnesota, and I just think that Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, they're going to be able to put up points, and I think Atlanta's probably going to honestly win this game too. So I'm going Atlanta all the way.
I like Atlanta too, plus the points. Diggs is out for Minnesota, plus Minnesota. When you look at the bottom 5 offensive lines in the league, Minnesota's in that club. They have one of the bottom offensive lines in the league right now, and they threw so much money at Cousins that's hurting them from upgrading in the lines right now. And Minnesota still got their defense. I'm not saying they're not a football team, but right here you got Atlanta with the same cast of characters. I think they're going to get it done and cover that spread.
Zook, who do you got, man?
I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. This is a really tough one. I completely stay away from it. Week 1, never know what's going to happen.
TJ's
I
picking
actually really
games.
like the Falcons in terms of, season long. I think they're going to be a solid football team. I just am going with the home team in this one. I think Minnesota is going to come out with a lot to prove. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them after missing the playoffs last season. Falcons too, but the Falcons had kind of a past because of all the injuries. And this will be the first live action for a lot of those guys returning from injury. So I think Minnesota will be able to top them in a close one. And although it's 4.5 isn't a spread that you love, but I'm hoping it's not going to come into play here.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Falcons. I do like them today. I think, with Kirk Cousins, I hate to say it because he's one of my quarterbacks in our 2 QB league.
Yeah.
He's still got a lot to prove in my book. It also looks like
Lot to
Stephon
prove.
Diggs is questionable today as well, so that might hurt the offense. And I just think if you're giving Atlanta 4, the offense is going to be just kind of back and forth.
Yeah,
It's going to be a 3-point game anyway.
Right. They got to come out hot. That offense is too much to handle.
So I'm going to go ahead and take the Falcons. Dad takes the Falcons. Nick takes the Falcons. And Zook going with the old Vikings alone. But that could be a big jump for Zook if that goes that way.
I mean, a lot of these are going to be difference makers. I mean, a lot of times we're going to be picking a lot of the same teams. So you got to take some chances here. And even though Atlanta's not favored, it doesn't really seem like we're taking a chance.
Next one we got, guys, Tennessee at the Cleveland Browns. So the Browns, obviously, the big story of the offseason, getting Odell Beckham Jr., Baker Mayfield really impressing a lot of people in his rookie season. This is kind of a big game for me because I want to see what the new Browns look like. I think it's interesting. So we got the Browns minus 5.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Who do you got? And the Browns are home, by the way.
I am going to take the Browns with the points, minus 5.5. I think they're going to be too much for Tennessee. I don't like Tennessee at all. I really don't. I have Derrick Henry in one of my fantasy leagues, and I'm really interested to see how that plays out fantasy-wise because he's a really solid running back that could have another breakout year. But Cleveland, with that offense in the dog pound, I mean, that stadium is going to be loud today. And that's going to be a just massive advantage for the dog pound and for the Browns. Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr., Nick Chubb. I mean, we saw what they did with just the running game alone last year behind Nick Chubb. Now they had two, arguably top 10 wide receivers in the league.
Right.
Guys that have had chemistry all the way back since their childhood, playing at LSU at college, and then now playing together. There's going to be some good chemistry there. And Baker is just having fun. I mean, we've seen all his offseason stuff, just having a good time. I think it's going to be way too much. I think this could be a blowout for Cleveland.
Absolutely. I love Cleveland in this game. I'm believing the hype, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, how can you go against the hype right now? It's very solid what this team has done. They're modeling the St. Louis Rams from 2000 Super Bowl. They totally have the triple threat in the backs, the wide receivers. Baker Mayfield's finally got the tools that he needs. I think this is a solid pick early. We'll see how they perform on the field. On paper, that's your ball club right there, Cleveland.
Yep.
Zook, what do you think, man?
Yeah, so I think I heard Big Web just mention it. Nick's talking about all the star power offensively, but it's the three guys on the defensive line that you got to watch out for with Cleveland. It's Myles Garrett, Sheldon Richardson, and Olivier Vernon. I think that they're going to create some havoc with Marcus Mariota. And although I was waffling back and forth, I really like the Titans for the season as well. I think they'll win the division at 9-7. Down in the AFC South now that Andrew Luck's injured. But today, I think the Brownies will cover the, 5.5 and take the win.
Yeah, I got to go Browns as well. I know it's a clean sweep, first clean sweep. We hate to see it because we like to go against each other. But
Tennessee's just not a good team.
Tennessee's not a good team. They do have Ryan Tannehill there, so get ready.
Big.
Actually, you have a Titans fan in the house, by the way.
Titans
Thoughts on Ryan
fan.
Tannehill over there? Yeah, so we'll see how that works. But, I mean, the Browns have everything to prove. To me, I got them in the Super Bowl. It's one of my upset picks. I think they got a shot. So, so Browns with the clean sweep for the panel. Let's move on. So the third game we got is the Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are getting 3 points at home. Cam Newton. Do we know the status on Cam Newton?
I don't know the status of Cam Newton. Anybody got an update on
Zook,
Cam
do you
Newton?
know Cam Newton's status?
I got nothing over here.
Great show prep.
We don't have our intern ready giving us the injury update. Get us the injury report.
Zook, do you know anything about Cam Newton today?
About Rams Panthers?
No, I mean, is Newton hurt today? Is he playing?
So I thought he was, and that was one of the reasons I liked the Rams so much earlier on. I thought that they were going to have the backup quarterback in, but then I went and checked fantasy earlier in the week, and they said that he's good to go. So as far as I know, he's playing.
Okay, so Cam is in. Nick, what do you got? Does that change anything?
No, I'm still taking the Rams -3. I think they'll win by at least a touchdown. I know they're on the road. This is a good chance to take the Panthers, but the Rams offense, again, too much. I like their offense. I like their defense. Aaron Donald's a monster, and if he goes and just makes one bad hit on Cam Newton, could be out for the year. So I like the Rams a lot here. Give me them by at least a touchdown.
Dead.
Gentlemen, earlier I talked to you about some offensive lines. Top 5 offensive lines in the league. Carolina is one of those 5.
See, he did show prep.
Show prep. Carolina is one of those 5.
I'm really disappointed. We don't do show prep on
Here's
this show.
your notes. You're not allowed to have that.
Sorry to mess you guys up.
right now.
You have to blindly pick.
Here's your top 5 offensive lines
Good
in the NFL right now. Philly, Dallas, New Orleans, Indy, and Carolina. So the other thing I noticed was your L.A. Rams have had 0 preseason injuries. 0. So there's no on the injury report for today's game for the Rams, it's none.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, from last I remember, this is still a contact sport, okay? Let's practice a little bit. Let's hit somebody in practice. All this dancing around that the L.A. Rams want to do is not football. I'll take Carolina plus the points today. I don't think the Rams are ready to hit somebody and play football.
So
all right.
Dad takes the Panthers, which my notes say different. So I guess he made a last-minute change there.
That is a last-minute change.
Making a change.
My sources and I had a discussion.
Stanley was over there in Panthers camp this morning.
He was. It was about 2:30
Cam
this
Newton's
morning.
looking a little shaky.
He actually knew that Cam Newton was going to play. He just didn't want to tell us. He said Stanley gave him a tip. Said, "Hey, Cam's in. The boot's
Exactly.
off."
It might have been Stanley. Might not have been Stanley.
Zook, what do you think, man?
No, I like some of the points that Big Web's making. I think that that under at 49.5, if you're wanting to consider that under, that would be a decent play. Although they sat everybody in the preseason, I'd still take the Rams. I actually put a little action on this one, and they're only minus 2 points. The spread's probably not going to come into effect. And I just like betting on good football teams. So I would take the Rams over the Panthers. I'm not a Cam guy. So I think that they'll be able to figure it out and get it done on the road in Carolina.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Rams. I had Cam last year in fantasy. Obviously a fantastic player when he's healthy, but he's had a lot of shoulder issues. It's his throwing shoulder, too. McCaffrey back there, I think NFL defenses are starting to kind of figure him out a little bit now and knowing that he's the real deal. So I think that his production will still be high, but maybe a little bit less than it was last year. And as far as receiving core, they don't have much. DJ Moore is their main guy. Funchess is now gone. So, I mean, there's a lot of questions about that offense. And the Rams, as Dad said, very healthy. Gurley, it's like the first time he's been 100%, they said, in quite some time. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams. So me, Zook, and Nick go with the Rams, and Big Web is going with the Carolina Panthers.
That's opportunity right there.
Opportunity,
to
man.
Steal one.
I don't hate when I love a pick and then everybody else is on another one. It's like, let's go. All right.
Well,
Sounds
I
good.
tell you what's scaring me. Nick Yale is changing wardrobes right in the middle of the program.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Gotta
gone
put
to
the
the Alvin
Kamara jersey,
Kamara.
baby.
Yeah.
You gotta put the AK jersey on, my guy.
I dig it. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Last game we got before we get to the toilet bowl game of the week, we got the big one. The Steelers at the Patriots.
Oh,
the Patriots are plus 6 points. Guys, what do you think?
It's got to be Patriots all the way here. I don't think the Steelers are going to have much of a chance in this one. I think New England wins it by, I'm going to say they win it by at least 10.
Oh, my God,
Yeah.
Mr.
By
Yale.
10?
Let's do a little
Yeah.
side action. I don't care. You want a new car? Well, let's bet it.
Let's
I'm
bet
telling
it.
you right now.
You got to go bold sometimes. This is how I lose money. I make stupid bets.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, Pittsburgh, not only do they have the new locker room that we talked about, and Tomlin's going to have control of the football team without the craziness going on, Pittsburgh's going to be just fine with Connor and company, and Juju is going to rock it today. Pittsburgh's going to be just fine. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, this spread is 6 or 6.5. What is it?
6.
It's
Currently, he
six.
went in at
6.
6.
6 points. Your New England Patriots always come out slow out of the chute. Right now,
touchdown
go ahead
Tom.
and take Pittsburgh this week, and then when they get AB next week, we're going to change things up. Right
I
now,
know.
Pittsburgh's going to cover this football
Wouldn't it be
game.
nice if AB could play today?
No, I already picked Pittsburgh. We're leaving it there.
Why wouldn't you just throw an AB and say, all
Yeah,
right,
just
run
toss him
slant
in
or go, and we'll find you?
Hey,
That's all I
let
would
me
do.
tell
Right
you.
before the game, AB's
Yeah.
in. He's allowed to play.
The only AB going on in that stadium this week is Anheuser-Busch, baby. That's the only
Nice. We don't
that
get free ads around here. Come
thing.
on
Yeah,
now.
sorry about
Yeah,
that.
this is a sponsor.
Kay Roberts from Remax Gold told me to say that.
Zook, what do you think, man?
I'm with Big Web. I like the Steelers in this one. He's
Attaboy.
right about the whole September thing. He's got the right idea. They are a team that transforms their identity over the course of the season. And so I'd say Halloween is pretty much the mark for the Pats. You don't bet against the Pats after Halloween. But until then, Belichick's kind of forming his identity on both sides of the ball. Obviously, they won't have Antonio Brown. Josh Gordon just got reinstated, so there's a lot of moving pieces for them offensively. And I still think the Steelers are really good. I think they're going to win the division. They have James Conner. You're going to see a lot of James Washington tonight, why he was picked in so many fantasy leagues. And can Juju Smith-Schuster be the number one? Because he has ascended very quickly.
Yeah, I'm also going Steelers.
Good.
This is actually
Watch
a
me just kick
big-time
your guys'
pick for
ass.
me today. Big-time pick. I love Pittsburgh +6. You got Ben Roethlisberger coming in. You got, obviously, no AB. Juju's going to be the number one. I think he's got what it takes. James Conner going to have another big season.
I'm laughing all the way to
It's
the
the
bank
fact that
here.
the Patriots are not the Patriots until midseason. Now with AB, they might become the Patriots a little quicker than they usually do. But 6 points to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I just don't see it being that out of sorts. I think that the Patriots might win the game. But as far as covering the spread, I think this is Pittsburgh all day. So
Exactly. And,
All right,
now,
chance for me to steal one.
that's right here.
Good
you
luck,
do.
Nick.
That's
Chance
right.
for me to steal one.
I apologize for the show prep, but I'll tell you what.
I apologize.
Since 1981, my sources are telling me
Since.
that no team has won the Super Bowl with a losing record after 6 weeks in the league. Okay, per year. When in the first 6 games, if you got a losing record,
That's
you're
a
not
fun
going to win.
factoid.
You're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
So what's what we've seen
Zook's
in the
underwater
Patriots?
now.
Look, what are you doing there? You okay?
Zook is
It's
underwater.
all about the water this week. I'm telling
Zook
you.
is underwater.
Bruce
So
on the
anyway.
Balcony, sponsored by
Drop,
water.
Dropped his phone down.
All water.
He dropped his phone down the toilet.
Splash.
Look, what are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm heading to the stadium right now.
It's the wind, dude. It's the wind. All right, let's finish these up so Zook can go.
All right, toilet bowl game of the week. We got the Bills at the Jets. The Jets are -3.
Zook, go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll hurry up and so you guys can get me on.
No, you're good, man.
I'll do the Jets for this one. I think they are a little bit closer than the Bills at this point in the rebuild. They have a lot of new pieces that they added, especially to the offense. Le'Veon Bell, and it certainly got the GM fired, but they spent a lot of money, so they have some veteran pieces. Sam Darnold in year 2. I like Darnold better than Allen, so give me the Jets.
Nick?
I'm going the other way. I'm going Bills. I don't know why. I just like Buffalo. I'm very interested in see what the Jets do, but they last year with that offense, it was up and down, up and down, up and down, and it could go either way. Le'Veon Bell could play really well, or he could totally suck. So I like Bills +3 here.
Big Web?
I hate to be long-winded on this one, but give me the Jets.
And that's why we call it the toilet bowl game of the week.
Really nothing good to
I
say.
mean, nothing good to say at all. I'm going to go ahead and go with Nick. I'm going to take the
Damn.
Bills as well. I
was
just
hoping I could
think
steal one here again.
Kind of the same way. I don't really believe in Sam Darnold yet. I don't believe in the Jets offense. We'll see what Le'Veon Bell does. A whole year off, it's going to change a lot, I think.
Right.
So we'll see what happens there. But I like Josh Allen. I think they played good enough last year to win this game and cover the spread. So I'm going to take the Bills in this one.
Wonderful.
All right, gentlemen, I need your underdog pick of the week. Tell me who it is, who you're playing, and the spread.
The underdog pick of the week for me is going to be San Francisco playing at Tampa Bay. I, whatever reason, love San Francisco this year. With Jimmy G being back in, I'm a Jimmy G believer, and I also like Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida in their backfield. San Francisco has a couple good new wide receivers. Plus, they have Marquise Goodwin, who's been kind of banged up, but could have a bounce back year. I just think that offense is going to be very good. And Tampa Bay is, again, it's one of those teams where they have good weapons on offense, but they don't necessarily always utilize them or have great weeks. So give me San Francisco, even though it's only half a point on the road.
Big Web?
Gentlemen, the dogs this week are very low. It's very tough to pick a dog this week. There are very few teams that you can back on right now. But I'm going to say that Atlanta plus the points is a solid pick up there in Minnesota. I'll take them today just because what we talked about earlier, their firepower in Minnesota is kind of down, in my opinion, to start the season.
I like that pick. Zook, what do you got?
I'm with Nick. I'll take San Fran. I thought he highlighted it pretty well. It's just a half point, right? So pretty much a pick 'em.
Yep.
I like San Fran in that one.
As far as underdog, I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I mean, obviously, it's a game in New England. It's tough. It's opening of the season. But against Pittsburgh, I just don't see them covering that spread. I mean, 6 is a lot of points, especially when you play against, Big Ben is on his way down for sure. I agree with that. When people say it, but he is playing still at a high enough level not to lose to the Patriots without AB by 6. I'm gonna take the Steelers in that one. So there you go. Underdog picks of the week. And now, boys, it's the Big Bopper. I want to know your locks of the week, and we'll be keeping tallies of this all season.
All right. I am going with Baltimore here, playing Miami. Miami is a bad team, probably the worst team in the league, in my opinion, right now. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, we'll see what you're made of. Got a good ground game. Mark Ingram, offensive weapons again. Willie Snead, I'm interested to see what they do with. Again, this is a team that has some young wide receivers. They still have Willie Snead who's in this slot. But I'm not really interested to see what Lamar Jackson can do. But it's -5.5, so you got about win by a touchdown. I think Baltimore is going to win by more than that, just because Miami, I don't see anything good coming from them.
This is a good pick right there. I like them too. Baltimore's solid. I think they're going into week 1 strong, and it should be a solid pick. Today I'm going for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is my best pick, just because more like Washington's down. Philly's got weapons. If Wentz can stay healthy this year, they're going to have a real good year. Offensive line-wise, they are in the top 5 offensive lines in the league. Philly is a solid pick. Now, what's really interesting about this spread's 10.5. Gentlemen, if you look back previous years, week 1, the spreads always start out at 5.5 and 5 and 6.5 max. Maybe a touchdown and a touch over a touchdown. There is never – that should tell you a ton about this game. They expect Philly to blow these guys out with throwing a 10.5 out there. I like Philly.
Zook?
Give me the Lions.
Okay, gotcha.
Any
explanation?
Just the Lions. No explanation on the lock. Just Lions.
Okay.
He still wants
Did
the
we
Lions.
lose him? I think Zook's. Are you there, Zook? All right, going with the Lions. That's all you got to know. Just take
Going
the
to
Lions.
the Lions.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
he
Okay,
dropped out.
okay.
He lost service.
That's okay.
He's going
to the
in-
game. It's fine.
in-
He was at the beer stand out there, and the guy was asking for his
He
money.
has no time for us.
Going into Arizona to see his boy play.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs right now, -4 against Jacksonville. You got Nick Foles in there. I think he's actually questionable. I don't even know if he's playing for sure.
He is questionable.
Regardless, I believe even if he was in there, you still got some feeling
TJ
out
took
process.
away my internet, though, so I can't look it up.
You got it's all about the stream, baby. It's all about the stream. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think Jacksonville's got a lot of work to do with Nick Foles. I think the Chiefs are hopefully going to make a Super Bowl run. They think they're the top team right now, obviously. And the spread only being 4 is pretty wild, even in Jacksonville. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs. -4 is my lock of the week. And, guys, that's going to do it for week 1 from Cafe T.
That's going to do it. I mean, we're excited to be here. I'm excited to get some delicious wings in my stomach and some cold beer before we watch these games. And I'm excited to watch all my picks win, all my gambling selections win, and my fantasy team to destroy you guys.
Well, good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Big Web's pick of the week is also going to be right. So we did the best bet, right? So you're looking at the lock. So what I'm going for is Philadelphia also minus that spread. You might want to tease them down. There's some good over-unders out there, but I would use Philly as your centerpiece.
That's a big pick. Sorry, I totally forgot
Yeah,
about that.
you just missed over Big Web's best bet.
I was just looking at the lineup here.
That's why show prep.
You got any parlays to throw out there?
Oh, yeah, parlays.
I really not week 1. Let's make some money. Just throw it on Philadelphia.
Okay.
If you guys see an over-under, these are for first week over-unders. They're very high. So look towards the unders on some of these teams that got defense on both sides and lack of offense. You guys know who they are. But right now, I'm going with Philly.
Shout out to all of the people that have watched on Facebook Live, to everybody coming out here to Cafe T. And again, if you did miss the show and you're not here, still come out. We're going to be here all day watching football. And again, we'll be here every single week right here on Facebook Live. And can't thank you guys enough for all you've done. Again, for Big Web, for Nick, for Zook, I'm TJ. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.